Respecting citizens' rights, properly implementing development projects, and curbing inflation is a theme for this 2022 last biannual conference of regional governors. Addressing the regional heads during the opening ceremony, the Minister of Territorial Administration, Paul Atanganji, tasked them to double vigilance in their respective regions to guarantee a serene economic and security atmosphere for end-of-year festivities, with a cap on the activities of council police.
We talked about the municipal police, which is something which they are doing a wonderful job, but most of the time there's harassment, unusual harassment. So that is what the head of state has instructed, that he does not want this unusual harassment. And if you have to take the goods of somebody, he should know that if he has to pay a fine, he should go to this locality or this council and pay the fine to collect his property. But if all of a sudden you come and collect, let's say, granules, tomatoes, and you disappear, then you are frustrating somebody who was already living in a situation of frustration because he has no means.
The meeting this December 12 was also an opportunity for the 10 governors to paint an image of their different regions.
After what we have gone through, the situation in the region is back to normalcy. But of course, we still register some misguided compatriots who continue to hang around with some weapons.
Economically, we can say that we have this kind of inflation, which is rampant. And in Adamawa region, we are doing everything possible to curb it down.
Paul Atanganji also urged them to seek lasting solutions to all forms of squabbles between traditional rulers in their different localities, with many growing conflicts tearing communities apart.
Within the framework of the special status accorded to the Southwest and the Northwest regions, the Office of the Public Independent Conciliator for the Northwest continues to clip the wings of mayors and other elected officials who may want to be overzealous. Some selected local community-based actors have just been trained on how to check the excesses and other shortcomings of their leaders.
The mayors think that they are not subject to any control. And as the PIC rightly said, it is a new structure that has come in barely 1 year, 6 months into existence. So this training workshop is worth the while.
I focus myself on the projects, monitoring of projects, because I realize that most of the projects in Fungo subdivision or in Zua municipality are not properly executed.
To better perform the task, the community actors have been armed with techniques of information gathering and balanced reporting.
Don't say the mayor embezzled money. Say it is alleged that the mayor embezzled.
Don't forget that we have the role of a watchdog, and we have come to make sure that the councils function properly. And then the only people who will assure that the councils function properly are the populations which are being served, and not the mayors who are dispensing the services to the population.
They have formed a network to henceforth be the eyes and the ears of the PIC at their respective levels. A sigh of relief for the population of the West and Northwest regions of Cameroon. They have been promised a peaceful and hitch-free December and January festive periods. That is the outcome of a high-level security meeting chaired by the Army Joint Chief of Staff, Lieutenant General René Claude-Maker, in Bamenda on Thursday, December 8, 2022. Landing by helicopter, Lieutenant General Maker held the close to 3-hour second routine evaluation meeting for 2022 at the 501 Air Force Base at the Bamenda Airport.
Corps d'armée, chef d'état-major des armées.
He reportedly examined aimed at securing the West and Northwest regions.
He really appreciates what have been done and what he has seen. and he gave instruction to every military here for 2023.
Command, including permanent defense officials of both regions, amongst other senior personnel. Before leaving Bamenda, Rene Clothmaker was treated to a short military manual and motorized maneuver.
The rate of illiteracy is reportedly high in the Bakassi Peninsula as parents prefer investing in fishing than to send their children to school. Adding to this challenge plaguing the education sector in Bakassi, the poor working conditions of teachers and the lack of basic school needs.
95% of the population are illiterate, and if nothing is being done, in the near future, it will go up to 98% or even 100%. We are struggling to see that children go to school.
In a bid to foster education in Bakassi, Defense Forces have donated didactic materials to over 10 schools in Idawatu subdivision.
This is the didactic materials given by the Kombil Delta. We are very happy, and it will going to take our children to a long way.
Beneficiaries on the occasion expressed gratitude to the military.
We want to thank the colonel faithfully, and we pray that God will continue to bless him for these wonderful and high-quality materials given to schools in the subdivision. The materials will go a long way to improve on education in the subdivision.
This move of the Rapid Intervention Battalion Delta, according to the B Delta Commander, Colonel Mohammed, seeks to foster cooperation ties between the army and the nation.
At the beginning of the school year, we went to the Oslo fisheries. We saw that there are many lack of benches and furniture. And at that time, we decided to give all those benches and furniture to the population of all Bakassi. We gave to 10 schools. We think that is the link between the nation and its military. Is in the what they call CIMIC. Every year we have to do it.
The B Delta, through the civilian and military cooperation action, is reiterating its commitment to ensure the security and strive for the well-being of both Cameroonians and Nigerians population living peacefully in Bakassi.
We say thank you, our colonel, for this didactic material.
The anger of 5 different transporters trade union leaders is glaring in these documents signed and published. They are condemning acts of vandalism, how some individuals identified as truck drivers vandalized the police control post of Zwango Ngaundere in the Adamawa region. The union leaders have distanced themselves from this group of persons whom they have described as criminals, calling on them to be punished. I condemn the acts with my last energy. This is an insult to the state and the laws of our country. Our job brings us together with security officers. We are obliged to work together. They have made an effort to reduce some of the control posts. The decision to set up a mixed control post was placed there by the government. The incident happened today after the strike of transporters in the northern part of Cameroon. A crisis meeting provoked several resolutions aimed at checking on speed, overloading and others, but the truck drivers continue to decry constant police harassment, which makes their job difficult. Honestly, forces of law and order should be on the highway for the protection and security of our goods. But this is a contrast. We learned on that fateful day that there was a gendarme officer, but he did not stop any vehicle. The crime. A manhunt has been launched to track down the perpetrators who are truck drivers.
Lower Kowomben clan, found in Nguti subdivision of Kupemwanengumba division of the southwest region of Cameroon, is made up of 4 villages. One of the 4 villages of Lower Kowomben clan, a situation bringing havoc to the village and jeopardizing peace and development in the community.
The problem we have is one of usurpation. Chief Fonven is the chief of Fonven village, but he does claim to be the chief of the Cliquez and has made representations in public in the village and otherwise to this effect that he's the chief of the Cliquez. He's not. I am the chief of the Cliquez, and that this is causing tension in the community. We came to ask the administration to intervene and bring this matter to a close, and to let him know what his position is, and that he should stay in his position.
One, that we all know that he is the rightful chief of the Cliquez. One, before the father died, appointed him the next. And all the Cliquez people know. There's no other one anywhere.
Gathered at the senior divisional office in Bangem, the chief of Cliquez alongside his kingmakers plus chief of other villages in the clan presented their worry to the senior divisional officer of Kupe Mwanengumba, Mungambe Ikema Williams. A meeting boycotted by Chief Fonven despite due invitation from the SDU.
Fonven was supposed to be with here today, but he chose to ignore and repudiate the invitation that was extended by the senior divisional officer of Kupe Mwanengumba.
From all indications, he's one of those who have taken their village to the other side. You know what I mean? So he has decided to do so and jeopardizing all peace efforts that the other villages are trying to make sure that there's peace in the village. We shall bring him here, we shall use all legal means to bring him here, and we'll bring him to order.
The meeting ended with a strong determination of the senior divisional officer of Kupe Mwanengumba, Mungambe Ikema Williams, to continue inquiries so as to get the view of the second party to resolve the chieftaincy saga. Women of the Christian community of the Église évangélique du Cameroon have been enjoined to contribute in the promotion of peace in church through evangelism. Meeting in Limbe for their annual come-together, these women, members of Union des Femmes Chrétiennes, are reflecting on their role in participating in the smooth functioning of their congregation, which have been affected by the crisis.
We are happy because they are here to celebrate their union, to evaluate their activities since the beginning of this year. They are here to see how they worked since the beginnings of year till now. And they are here